Okay, BTC. BTC bottom, yep. So you should remember this range from the last streams. Not the FPI, it's the Gardner. उर्दू में मेरे ख्याल से माली कहते हैं इसको, इंग्लिश में गार्डनर कहते होंगे. अच्छा. The range high from basically the range from previous streams, high time frame range from, I think this is summer 2022. Yeah. So 52K with this order block here is the level to defend, but this has been front run for now, and the weekly close above 55K is just going to confirm that the front run is confirmed. There's a possibility of filling the wick, so if you do not have an entry right here, you can go over there. The first target, there's a major supply over here. Basically, this thing is this major supply here, okay? And this supply coincides with the monthly open. Forget the Mondays, just know this, the monthly and the weekly forget as well, because that's going to change. The monthly and the supply actually starts from here, but coinciding with the monthly, there's another, just on the daily candle, there's a supply here with the monthly open. So that's the first resistance, and to be exact on that, that would be 62.8k, about 62.8k. So that is going to be the first target, and this is the resistance for here now, and you could expect something like this before new week starts. Okay, so this is for BTC, but ETH is going to be a lot more easier. I'll get to ETH after this, but this is for BTC, and this is basically, if you need one line answer, this is the bottom. Okay, invalidation is this, basically 52k, 51,936 is the key level, but the order block ends about at 50 point, let's say 50.5k. So acceptance below 50.5k, you take this as sell side liquidity at 48.3k. That's the invalidation of this range, because once that sell side liquidity is taken, then you basically have a loss of this range high. You have acceptance below, and then it's either going to face resistance here, or it's either going to sweep and reclaim back up. That's another story in the future. But for now, up from here. And now coming back to what happens after up, first it faces rejection over here, okay, for the monthly open. Now at the monthly open, it's either going to come here back down and retest this level. Basically this is the range deviated. People try to long over here, basically because this was the retest of the range low, and they got slammed down here if they do not make stops break even or take profit. And from here, face rejection here, come back for the retest here, either bounce from here back up like this, or you go and convert this into a bearish retest. Okay, so from there, after it tags the monthly open, it's still undecided what's going to happen, and that is going to depend on the price action, on what takes place here in the next few days. Okay, that's it. And if 52k comes as well, 52k, you can take long over there as well if this whole wick is swept. Basically the possibilities of the lower scenarios are there: 50%, 100%, or a complete fill of this order block over here at 51,936. So every case from here is bullish. You just have to find a trigger to take along. For me, for myself, there's no trigger, so I was just accumulating ETH, because ETH is tied to the ETH ETF announcement as well. I have $1 million spot position on that with an average 29.50 in little bits of profit right now. So now ETH is a lot easier to understand, because ETH, same range. This was the pump on the ETF announcement, and now it's sitting at the range lows. Took the range low, faced resistance right here at the mid range, rejected. Now what happens from here is this: there is the demand here, and there's the range low over there as well. So what I have myself eyed on is that it goes something like this. This is where I take a long DCA over here, place my stop somewhere over here, and then take the first target right here. Basically, there is an order block, bearish order block here, coinciding with the range high. This was from previous stream. We were saying that this is the key SR flip with the supply marked over here. I think this was the 1 hour OB, and until this is flipped on the daily, price is going to reject and go back down. I wasn't expecting so much down immediately in a few days, but it came and was a good opportunity to buy it. Okay, so the trigger has been discussed. The invalidation for this is the stop. Let's say you would place your stop. Ideally, the stop should be manual. A 4-hour close below this level, that's the invalidation, because if it closes below, then it goes for this area over here for another retest and sweep. But yeah, bullish on this as well. Holding my spot position, and I will take another RR based setup long over here if I get that, and put that on copy trade as well, because the copy trade account is down about like 2.5 R now. I've taken 3 BTC longs and all 3 have got stopped. Actually one was a win, small win, so it should be -3, but it's 0.25 now, negative. Okay, we'll recover that. It's not big of a deal. So now coming to alts, FET I also posted on Twitter that I've bought a little bit of it. A little bit means I bought a position worth $75,000 in it, and my total allocation is going to be around $300,000. Basically, I have the key level at 879 from last stream as well, or a block inside here at 672 and another key level at 0.489. I'm not sure if these are ever going to come in the future, but this is just a plan that if they do come, I have a certain allocation around that. But this might be the bottom for BTC, and prices may start to continue up from here. So I just bought a little bit worth 75k. Even if I get a move back up from here towards where it was trading before into this supply here, it's a 2x. So it's a good deal right here. Okay. But if it goes down, I buy more. It's a long-term allocation, nothing to worry about on FET because FET is a good project based on its artificial intelligence sector and its use case as well. Not okay. This was our order block from I think last 4 weeks of stream. It got swept. This is actually a really good setup. This is what you would see on TRB as well. If you look at the TRB chart, it's similar to this one. Basically, you have a grind down like this, and there's an order block over here there. Everybody tries to long that order block. It misses the first fill, and the next time it comes there, it goes boop, and then it deviates and come back up. Now I do have it on the watch list because I want to long the retest on this. The long of the retest on this is simply going to be back inside this order block here. So take a position here, smaller block here if you want a DCA, but I would personally get my first bit here, second bit here, and place my stop all the way lower here. The target is going to be this supply here. Okay, so if it takes the target first, then this becomes invalidated because then price is going to flip this SR flip, and this is going to go something like this if the target is taken first. Otherwise, I'm eyeing a fill. Basically, I want a position lower side on this one so I can take a much larger swing trade on this as well. Sol we drew on last stream. Our first bid was here, and after the DCA, the average was going to be about 129.59. It got filled perfectly. This entire setup was given with a stop and TP. So now I'm holding it. I posted it on Twitter, then I'm holding it. No change in that. Faced rejection at the mid range right here. Target is going to be this external supply above the range high. Basically, this external liquidity got taken right here. Then it formed another liquidity range here. Swept the lows of the range. Swept again, double bottom, reclaimed. This is the key or a block formed with the SR flip right over here. Reclaim that as well. So I haven't moved stops break even yet, but I think I should now because it has faced rejection at the mid and okay. So as I was saying, it goes for the bounce from here and then goes back towards the external range liquidity at 167.62. The position is running and I would let it run as well. Now, Ondo, this is from I think about 2 months of streams. Everybody some everybody asks me, sometimes they ask me, where should I long Ondo? Sometimes it would be here, sometimes it would be here, sometimes it would be here. And I would just keep saying that I don't know about the price action on this one, but there's a key order block here below the range, and this is where we are going to take the trade. And that is why I have taken this trade, and I'm still holding it because this is a really huge key level, and it makes sense to make stops break even now, but it also makes sense that it does something like this because structures like these usually do something like this inside. They form a range inside the order block and then they finally start to move up. I'm not sure why I placed this target, but I'll let it stay this way because this is the setup from a lot of the past streams, and I'm going to let it stay exactly it is like it is at a 4-hour setup, letting that run too. Okay, are we done? Yeah, we are done on my watch list. Yeah, I'm going to I have to post that thread. I just keep forgetting. I have the draft on that, but I have to just write it up all over again in a better sense so people can understand. Algorithm, I don't know what algorithm has to do with the markets. So we should move to chart requests now. Yeah, we should move to chart requests. We have a lot of time now. I covered my triggers really fast this time because high time frame levels, there is not much on the LTF to be discussing about. I did chart rats, but where is my own chart? Actually, This is this is dog shit. This is really bearish. This is your key level. Unless this is reclaimed, this is bearish and continues below to this order block. Holy shit, the chart started moving right away. Okay, as always, I'll just cover the memes first because every stream the memes are being asked about. Wave, order block, support, phase rejection here. As long as it holds this order block, let's get rid of these levels. Okay, lower time, this is the daily demand. So a bounce should be here, but really large wick could go for the 50%, but once it goes for the 50%, this demand is lost. So it becomes a resistance here. So actually, overall, no confirmation to trade this one right here. In the future, maybe it'll provide some sort of more range here and then confirmation to trade, but for now, no triggers to trade this one. Basically, it's just a gamble. You are going to get chopped inside LTF and HTF. So much chart requests. Pepe is already done from Twitter. So from last stream from Twitter, range low is the target for Pepe. So if the market bounces and Pepe bounces as well, this entire region is for shorting. Unless this is flipped on the daily, as usual, this is 1, 2, 4, 3. This continues to, because you have this really clear deviation of the range as okay. So every bounce you get up is for shorting, and then you target this range low over here because range low is eventually going to come. After that, I think we have Bonk and then we have Dodge. Okay, this was also given on Twitter and last stream as well. Let's make a few changes. This is just like with the same order block, the same sort of wick, the same sort of range. So no confirmation. Okay, this gives a hint for actually WIF as well. This is the key level on bonk, so similar structure and key level here at this one. So if you want to follow through WIF with the bonk chart as a fractal, then it's going to be rejection from this area and take this level, and that's how WIF is going to move as well. But both of these are unconfirmed, so I wouldn't jump to one conclusion unless the market gives another sort of confirmation. I think the Dodge was also bearish. Oh, perfect. Dodge was, yeah. Dodge was market structure break here again last stream. Yearly open is not taken really well right now. So for Dodge, what you should be doing is wait for this area, short here, target this back here. Okay. Altcoins are bearish, so they have broken their market structure. So you should just go for the BTC timed resistances on these and then shut them back down. Okay, let's move on to next. There's too many charts. Done. I don't think I can chart done. Done was vertical accumulation if I remember from previous one. Yeah, this thing is really bullish. Mm, where's that thing? Mm, no, 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 no. Actually, it's not worth it. What I was trying to do is you remember that BTC pump from the bottom. I think it was about around 45k, this sort of vertical accumulation. I don't want to get to the chart again, waste time, but charts like these, they just go like this. So basically, this is just proof here, this buyback. Yeah, really bullish. So if you are holding spot, the toughest thing on this one is finding entry triggers because this is vertical accumulation. But if you hold spot on this and you are holding from well below, then just continue holding. That's all I can say. JUP. JUP was shit, I think. Oh, JUP. Oh, okay, I gave this on last stream. Yeah, I remember now. 0.65. It's filled. I would move stops break even now. Yeah, stops need to be moved break even on this now because this is the key level now and this is SF speed. So it got the fill and it's up like about 20%, but this is the SFP here. So once you have a reclaim of this on the daily, then that gives the confirmation that this continues higher. But for now, yeah, move stops break even because this is going to go down if it goes back to the entry. Next, such a bullish chart again. Yeah, ENS is really good. ENS basically, what is ENS is gonna do? It's going to go something like this. This is what ENS is going to do because I've seen charts like these. This is I think accumulation worth how many days? Where's the date range? Started the accumulation from here. It's been about almost 365, about 2.5 years. Yeah. So what you should do on ENS is you should accumulate the dips. And another bullish thing here is this inverse head and shoulders. And then you have this here. Let's draw it in a better way. Okay. 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 So if it continues to do something like this, then yeah, boom. But all in all, it goes up. So if you get dips, let's see how many dips we can accumulate on this. Very easy to find the key levels for dips. Go on the weekly. Unable to reclaim this key level for now. Okay, another key level. Horizontal ray comes from here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. So 20.83 on the weekly. Until it's above 20.83, it goes up, but it needs a reclaim of 27.65 above on the weekly to continue even higher. And for even higher, it has to reclaim 37.12. But as long as it's above 20.83, hold your position. If it goes below and accepts below on the is daily valid? Yeah, if it accepts below on the daily, cut your position because if it closes below on the daily, it goes for this order block here. And you can get a more prime entry over here if you can cut your positions early and you do not become a holder. Okay, describe your strategy in one word: supply and demand. Link is not good, so I wouldn't cover that. OP I've already covered on Twitter. OP, let's go to OP. Okay, this was posted on 24 June. Okay, okay, you see this chart. Okay, here for now. Okay, where was I? Okay, now you know what it means. Okay, it's self-explanatory. You lost the level, formed supply here as well. So yeah, bearish. If it goes for a bounce, short here, put your stop here because that would be a reclaim of this channel. and your target is going to be this. What's BenQI? I'm hearing this name for the first time. I think this has something to do with fundamentals. Charts like these, they always have something to do with fundamentals. But for now, very clear range. I wouldn't like to do TA on these coins. Yeah, this is your range low. As long as it's below this, it goes lower. So once this is reclaimed, then it goes higher. That's it. XI is dead. There is no chart on that. I checked it yesterday. BB is good. Yeah, BB. I've been accumulating BB as well. So let's just jump to you guys. If you guys just follow Twitter, you can do so much better than others. Okay, I think yeah, 23 June this was posted. I drew the range. I drew Binance is an investor. Blah blah blah. And look, it's up there 40% from the lows. If you still don't have a position on this, I would suggest you take your first bit here, second bit here, put your stop here, and target this. This is going to be your first supply resistance, but this is a fundamentally based project, so target this here. Let me place alert. I missed it myself. In 4 minutes, we will. No, sorry, not 4 minutes. Okay, high is already charted. Key level, I think this is 1.633. As long as this is not reclaimed on the daily, once it is reclaimed on the daily, then you can continue it back higher towards this supply at 2.5. Until then, wait. Nothing to do. INJ is already covered on Twitter as well. I'll just give this a minute. Okay, not this one. INJ, the target is 14.94. Forget this. This got front run. Basically, I tried to post this on the server, had this supply, and it got front run. So this is invalid now. So what you should be getting from this is time this with a major BTC resistance, and then you take 14.9. Okay, okay, okay. Dodge is already done. What is lie? Another shitcoin? Oops. Okay, so if it just gives a quick bounce here, this becomes bearish. But if it goes for accumulation inside this range, this is something like BB, then yeah, that basically this is the Wall Street cheat sheet chart. So where does this phase come here? Just remember this, if it accumulates into a past range, before that came the pump, then it shows presence for buy pressure. So if it accumulates here, then yeah, it shows interest for the future. But if it just goes like this, then it's going to go slam back down. Okay, LDOZRO lady. So much, so much, so much chart today. LDO, okay, LDO level to defend 1.433 on daily, level to reclaim 1.729 on daily. We charted this on last stream, so I remember it really clearly. Okay, this is just like Lie and BP. Past range, attempting to accumulate here. You have a potential PO3 forming here. So, okay, so keep this in mind. You could form a PO3 here into this order block. Okay, nothing is going to sonic boom. I'm considering this as the range because of this and this and this. Okay, 3 day bearish order block. Sweep the order block, except back below 8.11 on the daily. That gives the confirmation for lower prices. And the invalidation is reclaim the high of the supply at 9.527. If that is invalidated, then it goes straight up to here at 15. Okay. Most of these are now higher time frame invalidations and confirmations because the market is obviously at a higher time frame level. I'll get to BNB after this. Yeah, say is at the an obvious order block. I had this marked as well, but it's just a sweep into the order block right now. There's no confirmation. So the confirmation is going to be, let's check. If you just get some sort of sideways range over here and then you form some sort of order block and demand above this key level, that becomes the confirmation to take a swing long towards the yearly open at 0.55. For now here, nothing. You could just be market buy this based on the BTC high time frame support and says as well in an alignment. But the problem here is basically whether this wick is going to get swept again or not, and whether BTC is going to reject at the monthly open or not. So I would personally just wait for the confirmation as usual. Okay, I was going to get to BNB. BNB was really easy. I gave the levels for accumulation on the last stream. Okay, it was really perfect bounce from 460. So high time frame structure for BNB, deviation, big level from here from the past all-time high, range, potential deviation maybe needs to have a really bullish reclaim of $519. Until that, more chop, and eventually you go towards the next levels with the rest of the market at 390. Yeah, the first level is 390, but I got my first fill at 460. I have all these levels marked. I have another bid at 392. I have another bid at 349. I have a lot of bids on BNB. Okay. The fuck? Oh yeah, nice chart. 1.98. As long as above, actually we can find another good level on this. Wait a second. Yeah, better now. Yeah. Mm, it should be in this long. Okay, problem right there. Unswept yearly open. Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, this. Okay, okay, okay. Hmm. I'm setting an alert here at 2.068 and I'm going to see how it aligns with BTC. If it aligns with the BTC support, then I would take that. Otherwise, what I'm seeing for this one here is basically it invalidates these deviated retest longs, just like I just charted it for myself. Sweep into this high time frame SR flip region that we drew from there, from the high time frame. Then it suddenly pumps again towards the monthly open at 2.52. Faces a rejection here, people get bullish, try to relong over here again or even at this level because this gave a bounce in the past, and then it goes towards the yearly open because most of you, just like myself, if I had not turned this on right now here, I would have missed the yearly open. So yearly open is going to get taken, but there is going to be some sort of chop in between, and the chop is an opportunity to long. So yeah, I would put more weightage into a retest of this level, market long here, place my stop here. Even if it starts to accept inside this, manually I can cut this position, but all of it depends on the BTC level. But yeah, 2.52 at monthly open should be taken before it continues towards the yearly open. If all these charts that we have done about now, you would notice that most of these coins, they are going to face resistance at their monthly opens, and then they are going to continue towards their yearly opens. So yeah, keep this in mind. Alts are bearish, but there is going to be this relief bounce coming soon that is going to push them towards monthly open. That is where you shouldn't turn bullish. Instead, start looking for shorts combined with BTC resistances and trade them back to yearly open. One key example I would give you is Dodge. This low has been swept. It has deviated, but the key level to reclaim is 1212 on Myro. So a daily reclaim above this, that is your confirmation. But the overall structure is bearish because even after this reclaim, you still have a supply over here. So what you are going to do if it continues up is something like this, and then it goes back like this. So what I would suggest is don't get your brain wrecked longing this. Instead, wait for the supply to hit, then just simply short that. Can you even short this one? Yeah, you can. It's on Binance. Sui is at the accumulation point. We discussed this about a month or even 2 months ago. This is the golden pocket for Sui from all the way bottom to all towards the high. So now what's going to be confirmation? No market buying because alts are bearish. So no market buying. The confirmation is going to be simply this. So towards, like, I would say end of August or towards September, Yeah, towards September. This I drew it really big. Towards September, if it stays inside this golden pocket, confirmed, you take a position on that. FET is already done. ETH is already done. The majors are already done. The majors including my watch list. Oh, give me 1 minute. Water break. I think we should move towards the giveaway now. Let's get to the giveaway first. Let me create it. 1 minute. I'm going to speak the passcode, okay? I'm not going to write it. And I'm going to give you a minute to set up as well. Let me just create it first. How much was it? 500. Okay. Okay, it's ready. So I'll explain it a little bit. Hmm. So the giveaway is for affiliates only, Bybit only. The Bybit link is in the description if you do not have an account under my link already. This happens every Sunday, 500. Okay, so it's 50 users, $10 each. The first 50, actually, we have 200 people watching right now. So it's going to be the first 50 to redeem quickly. So I'm going to speak the passcode. You have to go into your Bybit mobile app. Then you have to click bottom right assets. Once you click assets, you would have your assets displayed, and below that there would be an option for giveaway. It's really visible over there. You click that and it starts to ask for a passcode. I'm going to give you that passcode, and just enter that passcode and you'll have the money. So if the balance does not pop in your account, that means your account is not KYC'd, so you need to be KYC'd also. And the 10 that you get from here is just not that. If you are successfully able to redeem, your account automatically goes under my referral as successful redeem, whatever you call that, and then you get additional rewards as well. I forgot how many additional rewards there were. I think about 40 $50. You have to do some sort of tasks for that. So yeah, do that if you want. But and this passcode that you get, this is actual money, not a rebate voucher, not a fee rebate, not a blah 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 like that. You can use it, you can withdraw it, you can sell it on P2P, you can do whatever you want with that. So okay, so if you are ready, just tell me in the chat you are ready, then I'll start to speak the passcode. No, I'm not going to paste it. Okay, The passcode is eight figures. Okay, it's letters plus numbers. So I'm going to speak it slowly. So it's so if I'm going to speak it slowly, yeah, it's going to come down to the last letter. The first 50 people who can quickly place the last letter. I'll just give you a hint. First, the last letter is not a number, it's an English letter. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3. I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to say this is the passcode. Okay. So pause, pause, deep breath. Okay, start. The first is I'm just going to speak it in a line. Double eight Y I Y for yum. I for India. Next is Z Z for zebra. Seven seven as in the number seven, and the last two letters are A for apple, J for job. Yeah, 20 people already got it. 30 got it. If you got it, comment in the chat you got it so that I know people are actually getting that. 42 redeemed, okay. 47, 48, 49, and we are all out. There it goes, 500 again. The Bybit link is in the description. Nice. So this $500 each Sunday on stream. This is basically my partnership with Bybit, and they've asked me to give away so much money. Yeah, it's going to be the first 50 people. Each week. The additional rewards are actually in your account, in the rewards hub or somewhere inside your account. You have to check with that. Basically, they gave me a write-up, the whole write-up that they can get this much money, this much money. They have to do this, they have to do this. I basically did not read that because I do not want to. It was really long. High is already done. Yeah, streams are each Sunday at 12 p.m. UTC. That's 5 p.m. Pakistan time. Okay, let's get back to chart requests. We have 13 more minutes on the stream. Yeah, uni is also done. Already is not done. Already, let's do that. Already was, I think, at a key level. Okay, already is at a key level, but for me is always it's not just the first key level that I go blindly inside. And this is market structure break here, the supply is here. So market structure break, supply, if price does this, takes the supply, comes back down, this confirms the break of structure, okay, because it has reclaimed back, swept the supply and is coming back down, confirming the break of structure. Now once it comes back down from here, there is going to be some sort of demand created inside this region over here. That is going to be my confirmation to long. So this this is going to be my trigger. I don't use liquidation heat maps. Oh, actually, sorry, I forgot the last 15 minutes of the stream are supposed to be Q&A. So let's do a few more, then we go to the questions. This empty gox thing is an opportunity to buy actually. WLD, bearish, past range, past accumulation, all lost into this level. So, you see, golden pocket is also lost. This is the PA coming on WLD. XRP is already done on Twitter. XRP, I'm in the position. When I first charted this XRP position, everyone was like, nah, it's not going there, blah, blah, blah. And here we are once again. It was trading at about 49 cents. Then 3-day order block. Easy peasy. I'm going to hold it until 66 cents. Vanity was also bearish, I assume. Every alt is bearish. Yeah, pretty dog shit. It's just like the other charts, all over the same thing. Price taking one key level, deviating above that, but facing resistance at the next key level all over again. Nah, nothing. I wouldn't buy these. Did I know to Tau already? Okay, yeah. This one is one of my models. EQ lows, order block below the EQ lows. This. Mm-hmm. High is done. Okay, we have to move to the quick Q&A now. I think we did a lot of charts today. Most of these are all the same. There's nothing much on these. All are bearish structures. So for alts, if you want to accumulate alts, this is others dominance, excluding the top 10. We covered this on Twitter as well. Basically, until the end of this year, alts are going to continue to go down. And most likely towards the beginning or towards the middle of 2025, others dominance is going to be projected into this area. And this is where you're going to supposed to be accumulating major alts. Majors like Sol, BNB, things like that. You accumulate these here. Arkham is dead. So basic, yeah, this is the key level. 12.51% deviation, bearish retest with a poop emoji. As long as this is not reclaimed, there's no not going to be any all-time high for alts. You can chart any alt you want, there's not going to be any all-time high. WIF is already done. Okay, let's go to the Q&A now. Charts are done. How to grow a small account while stick to spot and trade BTC? You just answered your own question. How much time would it take to confirm the demands of 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour? If the market is in a bullish trend, not like the one we in which we currently are, then you just limit order the demands. But if it's going to be a downtrend like this one we are currently in, then you place limit orders into the demands and you don't have to wait for any sort of confirmation or accumulation. You just go to your BTC chart. If it coincides with the BTC support, that demand is valid. If it doesn't, it's not valid, it's going to slice through down. How to understand PA direction like you do? Chart hours. I have thousands of hours on the chart, and that is something you will have to do as well. Consolidation inside supply is called distribution, and distribution is good. But if that distribution should coil downwards. But if it starts to coil upwards inside a vertical accumulation phase, then yeah, it's going to blow through at one point. So you should cut your positions early on that. Fib settings are 0.618, 0.706, and 0.79. Bro, Arkham is dead. I checked Arkham yesterday. Arkham has lost its listing high. So it's going to consolidate and continue down. I use OCO for stop loss on spot. No, if a bullish order block is formed right below the supply, don't take that. Unless the bullish order block is a really lower time frame and the supply is really higher time frame, then you can put weightage towards the higher time frame supply. Otherwise, based on my memory and my own experiences, even the small order block is going to give a large bounce inside upwards towards the supply. No, not always. Sometimes there's just going to be a large candle that's going to fill your supply. And if there's a small order blocks created and you just mark the low of that order block, you wait for the supply to distribute, come down, invalidate the order block like order blocks are invalidated when you get stopped out. That is the confirmation that your supply was actually valid and you can take the entry over there as well. It just depends on the RR. The prime entry is not the case. The RR of the setup is the case. Do you trade M ranges? No. Sometimes I would just use them as confirmation. ETH is done for the tier. To confirm a forest supply, do we have to look for a closure above the supply at daily or H4? Yeah, daily. If you just go one time frame higher, so the common time frame for a supply is 4 hour, then the next common one is 1 day. You just skip the 12-hour and the other time frames in between. One level higher on the common time frames is your confirmation. Did you make most of your money from swings or intraday? Intraday. Does the color of order blocks and demand zones matter? You have said before it doesn't, but all blocks you have used radar blocks. No, it doesn't matter. It's just going to be order blocks are just going to be some basically you have this sudden movement here creating the supply. This was the supply, and if you just find an order block, okay, yeah, order block retest into this. It's price action based. The candle colors, everything like that is just shortcuts I have created for identification. How to spot a difference between a sweep of order block or a failure of order block? A sweep of order block would be a fill, and then there's going to be some sort of key level like a range low or a Monday high low or monthly open. Something there's going to be something over there that is going to get a reclaimed and provide a confirmation, and then your stop goes below the sweep of that order block. And the failure is obviously just going to be a slice through, and that is going to happen when you are placing a limit order at the order block. But once you look at the BTC chart is not at support. No, it's not risky for ranges to form inside order blocks. Ranges inside order blocks could also implement that there is interest for accumulation. Basically, sideways inside support is called accumulation. So I think you were saying what Ondo USDT.P. So it's not just the order block. You have key levels as well. So what's going to be the bearish trigger on this? It comes back down here, faces resistance here, because once that faces resistance here, this becomes the bearish order block on the daily, and that is when you cut the position early. You have to hold to a certain point and then you have to just let it go. If in the daily time frame I don't see any supply, but in the 4 I see some supply in the same region, should I worry about the supplies on my country? Yeah, you should. That's going to become a failed auction. It's one of my models. How do you break market structure break? It's just simply a key level where the market shifts its direction. So this is the market structure. This is just the range, not just the range high. This is the market structure break level as well. You'll see many people marking different levels for market structure breaks just for their own understanding. Market structure breaks can be anywhere. FET at current market price? Nah, I wouldn't say. Oh, sorry, I would say yeah. I entered market price myself yesterday at the bottom. You can enter some here, some here, some here, and some here. The lower the level, the less unlikely it is to come. But this is a long-term investment, at least for a 5x. So start buying a little bit. Valid and invalid OB is just going to be the coinciding support with BTC. It's all about BTC, all about BTC. Okay, we are up on the stream time. Uh, my throat hurts again. For BTC, isn't there a chance price will retest untapped daily demand in which we can scalp long? Yeah, there is a chance that you can actually scalp long. I don't understand that question. Phil and Saga, I'm not doing these charts. These are shit coins. These are all just like everything else. I've looked at hundreds of charts after this dump, and most of them are the same. I don't know, Kobe. Yearly open is just a key level that we have traded that I have traded in the past 3 years. I don't know why it's important. It's just important. And I can make money out of that, then I'll just make money instead of worrying about why it's important. I'm here for the money, not for the tech. Okay, okay, the stream is done. Am I missing something? Yeah. Uh, the link for Discord is in the bio. The link for Bybit is in the bio as well. There's a link tree in the bio. Actually, there's all the links there. If you want to apply for Beam Launch, you apply through that link. If you want to sign up for VIP, you do it through that link. And if you want to do anything else, you just do that. Everything is in that link. All right. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Same time. Bye.